Today I'm using Womp to sacrifice a lamb to the demon I made in my last tutorial. Thank you to Fatal Exit for this suggestion. I'm going to sketch this out first in 2D using Procreate. I like to scribble really loosely to get a general pose and then trace over my drawing a few times, cleaning up my line work with each iteration. We're also adding a cool salamander type character to this piece to accompany our lamb. Now that I have my 2D illustration, I'm going to check out some other lamb and sheep creations on Womp to see if there's anything I can use as a starting point. These are all amazing, but I'm not finding anything that's quite right, so let's start from scratch. After I choose the lighting and environment for my scene, I'm using rounded out cubes to loosely build the shape of the body, legs, and head. We're going to add a bunch of floof to this lamb's coat later on, so I'm not too worried about getting detailed at this point. I forgot to do this earlier, but you can add your drawing in as a reference using the button on your bottom left. Now back to the 3D. Sheep have a really distinct nose shape, a bit like a uppercase Y. I'm just using 3 negative rectangles for this, and adjusting the goop so that it blends naturally. Kinda scary looking, but I love it. Now let's add 2 eyes, and finally we'll goop a bunch of spheres around the body and get that nice lumpy coat. Womp really excels at creating these loose organic forms. So yeah, this is looking amazing. And last step for this lamb is to add some rotated negative rectangles to get our hoof shape. Now onto the salamander. This guy's gonna be one long curve winding around the lamb. A little trick for getting clean oval-shaped eyes is to start with a long rounded cylinder and then duplicate and rescale a copy of it to goop together so that you get more volume in the center. And all the limbs on the salamander are just cylinders gooped together. Pretty easy and very satisfying to watch. Now I almost forgot that we wanted to make this a sacrificial lamb. The community here is definitely going to have much better sword models than I can make, so I'm just going to borrow one of those. I found one, remixed it so it's in my scene list, and then went back to my project, imported it in, and sliced right through our lamb. We could use this illustration for all sorts of purposes. Maybe as a centerpiece for a sick poster like this one our art director Sarah made, or maybe on a sticker, or on a can of IPA that looks really cool but you know it's gonna taste bad. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please like, subscribe, and go make something on Womp. Thank you.